Thank you. Thank you very much, and thank you all for your patience. Mr. Trump will be here shortly, I promise. And I know. Listen, I was the senator that was defeated in 1996 and the first senator to take office after I was defeated. Do you remember that? They called the election against Mr. Richard Sweat, and after the votes were counted, guess what? I won. Polls don't matter. You know? Actually, Dan Rather actually called me the next morning and he asked me what happened. I said, Dan, I don't know where you live, but up here in New Hampshire, we count the votes before we add the results. You know? Our job is to warm you up. I don't think you need too much warm up. I just gave an interview before I came up here to one of the media, and I said, I have never seen anything like the enthusiasm that I see here in New Hampshire. I'm telling you, it's unbelievable. And let me, as you come in here tonight, as you came in here today, I hope, morning, it all runs together. You know, there's a breeze blowing across here, folks. It's in New Hampshire, it's in North Carolina, it's in Florida, it's in Utah, it's in Arizona, and it's blowing across the land, and we've had enough, and we're going to throw them out. We're going to throw them out, and Donald Trump is going to be the next president of the United States. Absolutely. You know, and I mean what I say, and I know what I mean. And let me tell you, you ever heard the expression, a new broom sweeps best? Doesn't have any dirt down in there. It's just a good old clean broom, and get that baby out and sweep it out. It may not be the exact analogy, but let's sweep out that damn swamp down there in Washington, D.C. A broom will work just fine. And if you want something to spur you on, if you want something to spur you on a little bit, not that you need it, think about this. On November the 9th, you click that TV on, and they're all up there like this. Oh. Where are our analysts? Where are our pollsters? What happened? They ain't going to have a clue, folks, and Donald Trump's going to be the president-elect of the United States of America. Now, I thought that this might offend some of you, but I'm going to defend Hillary Clinton for one moment. Don't boo me yet. She used the term deplorable a little while ago, but she had it mixed up. She should have been talking about herself and her husband and all those other deplorable people that have been ripping off the taxpayers and the foundation and lying under oath and lying to the FBI and making fun of Catholics and making fun of evangelicals and making fun of all of us good, hard-working, patriotic Americans who want to change this country. This is my lucky tie, folks. It's a navigation tie. It's got a compass on here. I'm going to tell you, if you all read Charles Dickens' A Tale of Two Cities, the best of times, the worst of times, I ask you, which would be the best of times and which would be the worst of times, depending on which candidate wins this election? I don't need to tell you. All right, I'm going to change it. I'm going to talk about two ships. Now listen carefully to this analogy. You had the first ship, okay? It was called, not necessarily in any chronological order, the Titanic. It was built not to sink. It was the greatest ship in the world, had the greatest professional pilot, and had all of these wonderful crew, and it was unsinkable. What happened? Well, there was an iceberg, and they lost control, and bam, down it went, and it sunk. Well, we're the iceberg, ladies and gentlemen. We are the iceberg to the Clinton campaign. Oh, they don't see it coming. They don't see it coming, but it's coming. Now there's another ship. There's another ship. There's another ship, and we're on it, and it's called the Mayflower. And everybody said, if you get on the Mayflower, that's a dangerous voyage. The winds are strong, and the The weather's bad. You got Indians when you get there. You'll be lucky if you survive. The winter's cold. There's no food. You're going to be hungry. You're going to die. What happened? We founded the greatest country in the history of mankind, the United States of America. And our task, that's it. And our task to honor what those people did. They were kind of deplorable. Remember? They got thrown out of their countries. They were, a bunch of haphazard bunch of people that weren't supposed to be any good. And there were even some Christians in there, God forbid, right? And they founded this great nation. And we owe it to them to save it. It's on our watch right now to save this United States of America. And we'll do it if we elect Donald Trump President of the United States of America. I can tell you, folks, the numbers are moving our way, absolutely. There's a movement out there that's just beyond belief. It's unbelievable. It is that wind that's blowing. And all you need to do is just concentrate on one or two people, three people that may be on the fence, and ask them to just consider. We have never elected a person that we knew was corrupt before they got to the White House. We've elected people who became corrupt, but have you ever elected one that we knew was corrupt? I mean, come on. This is our chance. This is our time. You're going to someday have to face your grandchildren, and this is important, folks, because we only go around once. And you want to make a difference? You really want to make a difference? Think about all the things you've accomplished in your lives, and I'm sure you've accomplished much. But think about this. You have one obligation, one chance, one opportunity to pass this nation on to your posterity, to your children and your grandchildren in a better condition than you found her. And we can do that on November the 8th. So, anyway, we the people. So if you're for the Constitution and you're for conservative justices on the court who are not going to intrude into your privacy, and you're for, you name it. We can go down the list. I know you're not for open borders. She is. You've heard them all. You've heard them all. You know what they are. This is it. It's on the line. November the 8th. Donald Trump wins. He cleans out the swamp. We start anew, and we will have saved the greatest country ever known to mankind. Thank you all for being here. We appreciate it. It's my privilege now to introduce the former governor of the state of New Hampshire, John Sununu. Now remember, those were the days when Governor Sununu was governor, when we had balanced budgets and we had surpluses. Gone are those days. Governor Sununu.